everyone, welcome to the first episode of ChyFiles. I'm going to be giving you episodes every week of different topics. Today we are doing soundtracks. And I have a guest here today, my sister Amanda. Amanda manages a record store. She works in the record business. She sells tons of vinyl, does record shows, promotes, is basically the adorable face of
all that good
the record community. Most of the records that I'm going to show you come from her.
Over time. They were bought over time.
A little backstory for you guys out there. Our father bought a record store in 1982, became a huge name in the music community as far as records.
Yeah, I mean on Long Island specifically, just because of what he specialized in. A lot of metal, a lot of punk, a lot of stuff you couldn't find anywhere else. I mean the logo became really big.
Which we'll share with you guys somewhere.
Yeah, I don't know if I have anything on me right now.
Just throughout our life, music has been a big part of our lives. So that's why I felt that the first episode should be about music. So without further ado, let's get into my record collection. So I have my record collection here, but I asked my sister to bring some of her stuff with her.
I have a lot. I don't want this to be representative of everything I own, okay? That isn't it.
Because she has so much stuff. My record collection, as you can see behind me, is a lot smaller than what she has. I'll put her Instagram handle somewhere in this video so that you can follow her and see all the records that she has.
But if I could prop her up for just a second, her soundtrack collection is banging because of me, and it's a lot better than mine.
If we're gonna start with something, I'm gonna start with something that means a lot to me. I am a huge fan of composer Danny Elfman, and I have this Edward Scissorhands album. As far as soundtracks go, like I love all types of soundtracks, but for me personally, scores are important to me. Like I love composers. A record that I do not have that I wish that I had is Mad Max Fury Road, because Junkie XL is amazing, and that soundtrack is by far one of my favorites. Okay, this one is special to me, came from
both of us. Very, very, very special to both of us.
Because we're 90s, well, I'm 80s. She's 90s.
She beat me, but
yeah, but
we grew up watching a lot of 90s.
We grew up in the 90s, and this is an important soundtrack to us, and it is The Craft.
Super important.
I know that a lot of the people here have definitely seen The Craft, so this one is super important to us. It has a great soundtrack. Our Lady of Peace.
Letters to Cleo.
Letters to Cleo. Tripping Daisies, Jewel.
Basically just super 90s.
Sponge.
Yeah.
I'm a big Sponge fan.
Oh, Saturday morning cartoons. I didn't bring it. We'll talk about it next time.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Let's hit all the variations of the next one.
Okay.
Because it's a big one.
This is an important collection of mine. It is one of my biggest loves. Funny enough, one of my favorite movies. Even though I do not like Tom Cruise, I will not watch anything that he's in. I kind of wish they would have cast somebody different, but he did do an excellent job in this movie.
Oh, well, give me one and I'll hold it up while you hold one up. This is the musical version of War of the Worlds.
Musical version of War of the Worlds. And then something else that I really needed to get, which was given to me, I think for Christmas one year by my sister.
Okay. It's me again. The radio play.
Yes. So if you guys are not familiar with this, Orson Welles did an adaptation of War of the Worlds on the radio. I don't remember. It was 1938. That people thought that this was like a real emergency. That aliens were coming and going to destroy us all. So anyway, I love War of the Worlds. This is the radio edit, and it's really good. So
we have, this one as well, which is, I believe, just the same version, just a different, like a later pressing.
Yeah, this is the radio edit, but it's a different.
Yeah, just like a later pressing.
Yeah, and I like the artwork on the front, so she got it for me. Okay, another score soundtrack that I love so much that was a present from.
Oh, hey, it's me again.
My sister. If you want to know, for every holiday and
her birthday is coming up next month, so basically everything she's feeding me, like I really want this. I'm just kind of.
She just makes a list of stuff, and I get records from her and from, of course, my father. So the next one is an original soundtrack by Kyle Dixon and Michael Stein, and this is the first season of Stranger Things.
There are many, many, many different versions.
Yes, there are different
Stranger
versions.
Things. Yeah.
I also don't have season 2.
I'll get it.
In the season 2 soundtrack, there is a song, I think it's called Escape, or something like that, but it's really good. You should check it out. I think that you can find all of these songs on YouTube. I totally forgot about this.
Yeah. Well, the big one.
Wait, it gets better. Okay, so this is something that I picked up myself. Haha, you didn't get it for me. I got this at a record show that, funny enough, my dad was throwing. So it's still from In the Family, but I bought it at a different vendor. Huge Star Wars fan. I happen to have. She's rolling her eyes because she is.
A little. I live with a Trekkie.
She lives with a Trekkie. My brother-in-law is a Trekkie, and
trying to stay loyal.
It's just been a fight in this family, and Star Wars is life. I got this, and then I think like maybe the next record show that we did, I found this.
Which you kept this
small in there. Okay. Does anybody remember these books on vinyl? Back in the day, I think these came out in the 70s or 80s.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. This is amazing. It has the full book, the record inside, and you can read along.
I should find you the rest of those 7 inches. I kind of forgot they existed. And it's 33 1/3, which is cool. It's not 45.
My sister is queen of the 7 inches because...
That's cool.
Yeah, she has like tons and tons of them.
I do wear this 45 adapter a lot, but I have a lot more records than I do 45s.
Wait, you go. Okay, my sister wants to
jumping the gun.
She wants to go through her collection.
So she did. We're gonna do sci-fi then horror. So I figured I'd show you all my sci-fi. But then she told me to leave half my sci-fi home because she doesn't like Trek. I don't really. I'm not Trek guy either. But still, Twilight Zone because it's Twilight Zone. Hello, Rod Serling. This is such a fun. Anyway, Back to the Future, which she's gonna try to steal from me.
Wait a second.
And should be rightfully hers, but I own it and I found it first.
I asked her to bring this with me specifically for my leader, Paul Brown. I don't know if he owns this, but he
definitely does.
I don't know. I don't know if he's a record player, but anyway.
Just to put on the wall, man.
On vinyl.
This is just a collection, just themes from Star Wars, Close Encounters, and stuff like that, which I thought was very cool. And I brought both of the 2001 Space Odysseys, so Volume 1, Volume 2. We're moving on to horror. I'm really ready for this. Okay. I'm very excited.
I actually don't have that much horror. I don't like, which is weird because
I know.
I love horror so much, and I watch a lot of horror. It's pretty crazy. I took my older son. I have a son that's going to be 12 in 2 weeks. And I brought him to his first rated R movie. I took him to see Halloween last year or the year before last year. Yeah, and I kind of thought that I might have traumatized him for the rest of his life. But my sister has the soundtrack.
I don't have the original, and there's many different versions of that as well. I'll get all of them, but eventually this is the one I have because I have everything Halloween that I find I buy for someone else who's like also a Halloween nut.
This has not been opened yet because I just got this.
She did purchase it.
I purchased this by myself. This was not a gift.
No, well, she jumped the gun. She Venmo'd me. It's from me.
Oh, yeah.
She just Venmo'd me.
I gave her the money.
And then said, I need this.
My sister's a very busy person, like a very, very busy person, and she works at 2 different record stores. Sometimes I tell her I want records, and then
I forget because she's not important. You know, I got customers, man.
I'm the last worry on her agenda, so sometimes I wait a long time. But yes, I really wanted John Carpenter's Lost themes, and I'm still waiting on her to bring me
Lost themes 2,
the anthology.
An anthology, John Carpenter's anthology. All John Carpenter is amazing, and I'm gonna give a shout out to Generation Records because their entire John Carpenter section is amazing.
I believe that he just did a live show not that long ago in New York, and I wanted to go so badly, like to see them playing clips of all his movies and him composing in front of them live. That would have been a dream come true for me, but I missed out on that.
As kids, my dad had a habit of just listening to music and watching movies that were really inappropriate for us to see. And then you just laugh through them and be like, oh, that's funny. One of those was Hellraiser. And I don't know, we really got attached to this and Reanimator.
That was my first horror movie,
Reanimator, both of us. And it was separate times.
Wait. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure I was like 6 or something like that. And
yeah.
That was not, and I rewatched it like when I was older, and I said to my dad, I'm like, what the hell is wrong with you?
Yeah, you shouldn't. You shouldn't have. Child's Play was another really big one, which is a problem because it's dolls, and we have them, and no one thought of this. And also Hellraiser 3. I don't have Hellraiser 2 I was gonna buy it, but Hellbound is not my favorite. Don't hate me for that.
You know what's a really good one that just like popped into my head that I don't know how many people have seen, but Strangeland with Dee Snider from Twisted Sister.
Maybe as a kid.
He did a horror movie where he played like this goth, like sadomasochistic murderer. And it was a really good movie. I loved it so much. And I've met him a bunch of times in real life because he does charity events and he's kind of friends with my parents.
Yeah,
so,
another mom shout out. Here we go. We missed Mom.
We missed Mom. Our
Mom's
mom.
cool with Mark Mendoza and Dee Snider and was doing Bikers for Babies
and
for a while.
Yeah, and then now they're doing Long Island Cares. So it's kind of like a charity for people that need food and stuff like that on the island. We're going to switch gears just a little bit because I really, really love soundtracks. One of my favorite soundtracks, I'm going to pull it out of the book.
I mean, hello.
Hello. One of the best soundtracks ever. Huge Rocky Horror Picture Show fan. When I was younger, my mom used to take me into the city and take me to the live shows, and we would bring things like toast and toilet paper and rice and noisemakers and stuff like that, so it was a big thing. Then recently they started having summer movie nights on the beach, and I get to do it all over again with my kids and my friends.
That's
and
awesome.
Rocky Horror Picture Shows.
I think she dragged me when Sebastian Bach was in Rocky Horror Picture Show. I could be wrong, but that may have been the only time I saw that live.
Probably.
Shout out to Skid Row, I suppose. Anyway.
Did you bring my all-time favorite
What's that?
musical soundtracks?
Oh, maybe I did.
Don't judge me, okay?
Nah.
Don't judge me.
No judgments. So, obviously, this is going in the background as just one of the best musicals of all time. You can judge.
Grease, know all the words.
There's no shame.
Know all the words, but Grease 2, okay?
Michelle.
I want a cool rider.
I love you, Michelle.
Oh my god,
It's
I
great.
love this one so much. Classic. If you don't like Grease, sorry.
Yeah.
A 90s baby. Romeo and Juliet. Important.
Jam-packed.
Jam-packed.
Jam-packed with hits.
So,
Talk show host is on there, the Radiohead, right? It's talk show host? Yes.
Is it on here?
Yeah, right there.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Love Fool, The Cardigans.
I'm sorry. My favorite track on here is "Pretty Piece of Flesh" by 1 Inch Punch.
I am
a pretty piece of flesh. I am. Oh no. With a pink-haired Jamie Kennedy. Thank you so much. She was on the phone with my mother, and my mom had her on speakerphone, and I was on FaceTime, and she's driving, and she's doing her do it.
Traffic, looking for the chapstick, getting kind of caustic. That's a Ford Maverick. That's $1 million song
Right there.
Sorry.
You can't watch movies with us because we're like drop quotes like it's crazy. We spent a lot of time in our room because we shared a room.
Huge room though.
Huge.
We were spoiled.
We were very spoiled, but we had a huge room and TV, and we would just kind of like watch TV together, and we have like a lot of movies, which we might do a video together on stuff like that. Because we watched a lot of like cult classics that people don't know about. We have a lot of love for Kevin Smith.
So much.
We've seen every Kevin Smith movie. I have all of the comics for Clerks.
Babe, I'm leaving.
Oh, sorry. And then he did a movie with his daughter Harley Quinn Smith, who is an amazing actress. And she did Yoga Hosers. We have the,
They did Babe by Styx. I almost cried.
Excuse me, I'm the Man is the best part of this.
And, I mean, Oh Canada was pretty dope, too.
Yeah, but yeah,
Okay.
I loved it. Last but not least, the last record here that we have is My Tank Girl, which is...
It's very, very limited. I don't know what it was limited to, maybe 300 or 500?
It's got Bjork, Veruca Salt, Ice-T,
Joan Jett, Portishead, Belly, Devo. I mean, it's
Portishead.
insane.
So, this is the... Oh my god.
It is really nice.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it was really, I pre-ordered it right away.
Because
I saw this cover and you can't, I mean, I never watched this movie. This was all her. If I was gonna watch, it was all like League of Their Own.
the back of my car says Tank Girl.
Yeah, straight up. So when I saw it, I flipped out and I was like, I pre-ordered you something. You don't have to pay. I needed to get it for you.
So, yes, this is one of my favorites and my most prized possessions. This is it for my collection. I'm so glad that you guys got to come along with us, and I really hope that I could do more videos where we discuss records, but also, more importantly, I have trade backs, I have books, we watch a lot of movies together. I'm gonna have some guests on my little show here, including my son, who is dying to come on here. And thank you for joining us today.
Yeah.
Really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I'm a sister. That's my sister. All right, I'll see you guys later.